Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Lane and welcome back to another episode of Solely Survival. In last episode, we expanded this city down here and we made quite a bit of progress on it, and I can't get enough of it. I absolutely love this. It's really coming together nicely. Now we've just got to get that market area going and this whole dock area and everything going on out here, and then start, chopping down all of this and doing a bunch of terraforming. But that's not going to be the plan for today's episode. In today's episode, we're going to try something a little different, and that's going to require us to go back to the end. So there's something that I have been wanting for quite a while now, and that is a Shulker Farm. I've never built a Shulker Farm before. Never. And I've watched at least a dozen videos. At least I did yesterday. Yeah. I watched a bunch of videos on how to do it, and I think I kind of have the general gist of how it works. It's just going to be a lot of scaffolding and a lot of, other, resources and stuff like that, but it shouldn't be too difficult. It actually shouldn't be that hard. So we are going to try it. Now, it is in the end. I don't plan on putting it on the main end island. I plan on taking it probably closer to an end city, but we'll see what happens, I guess. Plans are definitely possible to change between now and, whenever I go to the end here in a little bit. But yes, so the goal is to spend some time in the end and make a Shulker farm, which will be interesting. I feel like the biggest problem is going to be moving Shulkers over to actually start the farm. I'm really not looking forward to that, but it is what it is. No pain, no gain. So yeah, before I get started, I need to go over there, and it's just out of render distance, but I need to get the bamboo and start making a bunch of scaffolding. I'm not entirely sure how much I'm gonna need. I haven't even bothered to test this farm, so I might be spending all this time doing it and it not work. But yeah, so I need a ton of bamboo, and I know this thing is just about empty, so I've got to spend some time AFK over there. So yeah, I think that's gonna be what I do for now, and I will see you guys once I have plenty of scaffolding and stuff like that. Alright, I've gotten all of the resources together and everything, and yes, so now here we are at the stronghold room. I finally decided to make a nether portal, mainly for ease of access. The issue is I didn't link this up to the nether roof yet, so I'm going to try not to use that. I'll use this path later or something. I'm just going to sit that there for now. Anyway, so the goal is to get in here and see what we can figure out and stuff like that. I'm pretty much winging this entire thing. I'm trying to just, go with the flow of it and see what happens. And so what I am actually kind of leaning towards is around the edge of this thing, kind of branching off like I would for an ender, which I do plan on adding in one of those at some point too. But I'm just kind of thinking of moving a little path out in one direction and kind of making a big platform, and it's starting on there. So this way it's relatively close to the island. Now, the reason that I want to keep it off of the island is because I don't know if I plan on respawning the dragon at any point in the future. I'm gonna be completely honest with you about that. I haven't even thought about it. So yeah, I'm not sure about it, and because I don't want to ruin any future plans or anything like that, if we can call it that, I just figure putting something out here would probably work better. The only downside to this is that it is super far away from an end city, so that might be an issue. We'll really have to travel quite far to get the Shulkers over here. If I'm not mistaken, all I have to do is I have to move 2 of them over, and then they can, duplicate themselves and whatnot. So that'll definitely be a thing. I hope it's not going to be too bad. I really don't feel like pulling my hair out over doing this, but I really want the Shulker farm because I'm going through Shulker boxes, mainly because I keep leaving messes of Shulkers all around the world. Yeah, we're not going to talk about my disorganization, and we're just going to, find a way to feed that problem by, creating a Shulker farm. So that's kind of where I sit with this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started on branching out this direction, and I will see you guys here in a bit. Alright, I've got this big circular pad made, and I am actually quite happy with how it turned out. I mean, it's just a big circle, but circles are, a shape that I don't build very often. And for those of you with a keen eye, you probably noticed that this is one block off center. That was not intentional. I'm planning on just expanding this out one block all the way back, just to, make it not look like that. But yeah, so I used most of my slabs making this circle, which means I really need to go and get more, because most of this farm is going to be made by slabs along with scaffolding. So I've got to go and do a bunch of mining and stuff like that. And once I get done mining, then I can go ahead and get started on, constructing this farm and getting that going. So yeah, it's time-lapse time. All right, and this farm is finally put together. This was a ton of work, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't really explain what makes this work. Um, I know that there's like a little chamber tube here where the Shulkers will shoot its projectiles, and I guess duplicate and make more and stuff like that. I think that's how that works. I could be wrong. I really don't know. And if you paid any attention to the time lapse, you'll know that I made this just a little off. And yeah, I don't think that's gonna really affect anything in this. I really hope it doesn't, because I don't want to tear this down and rebuild it. Yeah, so that's something that I've got to figure out. But now the actual building is done, I've got to move an actual shulker over here. Yeah, that's gonna take quite a while. I'm not even sure where the nearest in-city to this location is. Yeah, I'm gonna find that, and then I'm just gonna have to bridge all the way over. I wanted to keep this farm relatively close to the main island, mainly because ease of access. So I feel like just one suffering trip of me having to go across the end for this is really all that's needed. And yeah, that's basically all that's gonna happen here. But yeah, so like I said, the projectile will kind of make it duplicate itself, and you'll notice there is a little bit of a lag here. I'm guessing this got to do with all the scaffolding. But yeah, so essentially eventually one of the shulkers will get into one of these, or both of these, and then they'll start farming themselves into this chest here. And I'm gonna be honest with you, one double chest of shulkers, I probably will never need any more ever again. This is probably complete overkill. I probably just wasted hours of my life building this to only run this farm one time. But I'm okay with that, because this is a farm I've never done before, so I was really interested in getting it done. So, yeah, I guess now that we've got all of this out of the way, it's time to go ahead and start looking for an end city and then start bridging over here. So I just got to take the cords and, yeah, I'm going to go and find an end city. All right, as you can see behind me, I have found an end city, and this one has not been raided. And it actually wasn't, I mean, it was pretty far, but it wasn't unbearable, I guess. So you can see I've already started the little path going all the way back to the area. I mean, obviously that's at a render distance. But yeah, so I just got to get up there and get those shulkers that are in front of the doorway and get them put into a minecart. I'm probably going to keep a backup one hidden around there somewhere. Mainly to, you know, make sure that I don't have to do this again. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that going, and yeah, I have a feeling this is gonna take a while, so I will just cut back to you once I get them back over there. All right, we are back, and the farm is working. It is actually, yeah, it's working a lot better than I thought it would, to be completely honest with you. If we free cam up here, you can kind of see that they basically start entity cramming right there on top of the hopper. Kind of can't see it right now, but they are in fact doing that. And yeah, so they basically just keep duplicating the shulkers, and they keep, you know, repopulating the area, and they basically just well, they keep entity cramming, and basically they feed into that chest there. Let's get up here and see what is what all we've got. Yeah, it's only been running for a couple of minutes now, and I've got this many shulker shells. This is gonna be awesome. This is going to be way more than I think I'll ever need, but this is going to be great. Also, excuse the frames. There is a lot going on in this area right now. But yeah, I am really, really, really happy with this. I've never made a shulker farm before, so this was a new experience for me. And I'm really glad that nothing went wrong. There is one other thing, though. When I moved the first shulker over here, he decided to teleport underneath the slab that was here, so I had to go in and put a bottom slab in, so it's kind of at an awkward spot, but you can see I started on the bottom half of that. I now have one on the bottom and then the top of the next one right here, so they won't spawn down here as well. So that also was kind of a pain, but you know, it is what it is. It is working now, and that's really all that matters. Also, there will be a link in the description to the video that I used to help make this shulker farm. Again, this is so OP. I literally just, you know, finished making it, and I've already got, you know, this many shulker shells, which is awesome. So I'm just gonna let it run for a little bit while I cook dinner or get a shower or, you know, just something. And yeah, I'll come back to it and see what I have here in a little bit. Alright, it has been exactly 30 minutes now, and yeah, it's time to see exactly what we have up there in that chest. Yeah, I just threw together a quick AFK chamber. I don't really think I would need one around here. I think it's relatively safe, but yeah, also, really excuse the frames. Like I said, there is a lot going on out here. So let's get up here and see what all, you know, we have in this chest. Okay, we have got a lot. This is going to be far more than I think I will ever need. But that is fantastic. I can't be any happier with this at all. This is definitely going to be useful. So, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, this is pretty much done and over with. And, yeah, I don't know. I'm really, really happy with this. And honestly, the farm does not look all that bad. It genuinely does not. I think the bamboo and the deep slate, you know, it kind of complements each other. It doesn't look all that bad. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave this here for now. And, well, we're going to act like that shulker monster isn't there either. So, yeah, I guess now that that is done, it is time to get back to base. So I will see you guys there. Alright, I'm back at home now. And, yeah, all that scaffolding and everything was really, really lagging my computer. It's definitely a lot smoother now than it was before. Yeah, so there's a couple of things that I need to get caught up on around here, like, you know, some names and stuff like that. Mainly for villagers and things like that that I asked you guys to name. So I need to go in here and grab some name tags from our librarian friends real quick, and then we can get started with that. So the first name suggestion was left to me by my friend Melissa, and she decided to name this guy Buzz. So that is his name. This is now Buzz, who runs the bee shop. And the next name suggestion brings us right back over to the Nether, where we have our Strider petting zoo, and I asked for names for these guys, and MC Oda left the names Pyro and Fry, which I really liked. So yeah, that's the name for both of these Striders in here now. Alright, and before we wrap up today's episode, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you who have been supporting the channel and everything ever since it started several months ago. It's actually been only 3 or 4 months now. And yeah, just all the support and everything else like that is much appreciated, and it's overwhelming, really. I absolutely love and appreciate all of you guys for everything that you do. This is, episode number 20 on solely survival, which, it's crazy to think about. I didn't actually think that I would even, start this channel, let alone make it this far. So I really do appreciate you guys for supporting me and, commenting and liking and all of that. And, just making what I do worth it. Even if I'm not making money off of this channel, I feel like what I'm doing is worth it because there are some of you out there that actually enjoy these videos. So I really appreciate it. But with that being said, if you enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. My name is Lane, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody.